What's good? It's your boy, the real E-Leezy. You know what I'm saying? What's happening with ya? What's good with y'all, man? We almost there. Good morning. It's your world's favorite. We're here. Don't. The champ is here. Don't. The champ is here. Like, share, sub. You feel me? Let's get it. Let's get it. It's NBA Finals. Y'all ready for the finals? We've been waiting, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is it, y'all. We got the NBA Finals. We got the NBA Summer League and the Olympics. That's it. And then we got to get ready for next season. And then it's on the football season. So we just got to get amped up and get ready. You feel me? But this is the day everybody's been waiting for. Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. It's a bunch of different storylines. We know that for sure. But the elephant in the room, I have to touch on Caitlin Clark and the hypocrisy and the excuses and all the things that the media is spewing to try to protect this great college scorer, great college player. We've seen great college talent before. Like, we have to stop pumping up people, like, you know what I'm saying, and then tearing down everybody else, because it's all about star power. T here, what's happening with you? Boy! What's good with you? We almost there, man. Just hold on. Hold on, man. We almost there. Hold on. Yeah, this Caitlin Clark stuff has to stop, you guys, because she gets away with a lot of chirping at the officials, a lot of chirping and, trash talking, the players. And she is acting like the league is hers. Despite what they're trying to do for you, Caitlin, you have to remember, just be a professional. Just play basketball. Don't act entitled. Make sure you hit them thumbs up. You don't need to act entitled. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no reason for you to act entitled. We know we know the magnitude of this situation already. The WNBA and the media, it's their job, you know what I'm saying, to serve and protect your ass. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. Serve and protect. And we already know how motherfucking prejudiced those motherfucking people are. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them. So let's not act like, you know what I'm saying? You're just like, you run everything. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta stop with this Caitlin Clark bullshit, man. Caitlin Clark has been terrible in the WNBA. All that shit she did in college against all those young, inexperienced girls who probably ain't never gonna play basketball again, that's not really saying a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? When the game allows you to play with the freedom of movement and pace and space, you came to the WNBA thinking that all them step back threes and all that Steph Curry shit was gonna fly. It's only one Steph Curry. Let's get that understood. It's only one Steph Curry. And when it's only one of something, that's called being a generational talent. Just like motherfucking Gilbert Arenas' dumbass said, No Chill Gil, who I think has a great podcast. You know what I'm saying? They talk hoops. They talk the real stuff. You know what I'm saying? But Gilbert Arenas said some of the dumbest, most outlandish shit that I done ever heard. Any basketball mind of his magnitude say. And we know why he say that. To stir up controversy. Because guess what's gonna happen? His video. See, you have to understand Gilbert Arenas is strategic with shit. He knows exactly what he's saying. And he'll try to present it as if he's being serious. But Gilbert Arenas is all about the money. He knows how to say something to stir up all the barbershop talks and everything. And then guess what's going to happen? For people who don't even watch it, all those clips are going to pop up on your YouTube home feed. You're going to click on it. And you're going to listen to it. So he's going to get views based off of the dumb shit he says. He's going to get marketability because everybody is going to replay his videos or use his sound bites. You know what I'm saying? On all social media platforms. It's all about marketing, bro, and branding. That's what people don't realize about the business of sports. At the end of the day, it's always about marketing and branding. Today, see, back in the day, they didn't give a fuck about marketing and branding. They just wanted to play basketball, football, baseball, whatever it is. That's what they wanted to do. And they wanted to do it at a high level, and they were competing. Now, you don't get that. They took the competition completely out of the game. I score, you score. Let's put these fans in these seats. Let's put these fans in these seats. And that's exactly what we're seeing today. Excuse me. Just a whole bunch of, you know what I'm saying? I score, he score. And the WNBA is sort of kind of letting, see, you have to understand, there's been a reversal. All the old school basketball that we wish that we would see in an NBA game, we're seeing that in the women's side. So we're seeing the women being more physical, getting away with a lot more. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons why Caitlin Clark looks so bad, because they're allowing the players to be physical with her. You know what I'm saying? So if we really want to like spew and create narratives, you can create that one. Caitlin Clark doesn't like physicality. And you can say, yeah, but she's young, she's small, she's only in her yada, yada, yada year in the league, and she's going to get stronger and all these things, but you have to understand how this shit works. When you are allowed to be physical, a lot of people don't know how to play with contact or play with a certain level of physicality. That really hinders and alters everything that they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't practice with bodies. They don't practice like game type situation. When they go through their drills, there's nobody guarding them when they're doing their drills. They're doing those drills with no live defense on them. So they're not prepared to withstand and go through that punishment because it's not simulated, you know what I'm saying, in practice. So how can you prepare for something that's not simulated in practice? So you're going to prepare for a game, but you don't practice like you want to prepare for a game. Does everybody see that? Just pay attention. Just open your eyes. It's in a book. Just take a look. A reading rainbow. Ah, shit. Come on, man. What we talking about? So, Caitlin Clark is not the end-all, be-all of women's basketball. Is it a lot of hype around her? Yeah. But the media does that. The executives for women's basketball and, you know what I'm saying, all of that, they create that monster. They are the ones that know how to, you know what I'm saying, blow something up to make it seem bigger than what it actually is. That's what we've been dealing with. That's what we've been dealing with in the men's game. Now we're dealing with it in the women's game. Media, media, media. How many times do I always say media, media, media it controls all these different organizations. It's all about the media. Whatever they say is facts. You know what I'm saying? They get to get up there and create and spew narratives, just like they try to do that with Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. They try to create some sort of beef there, as if they don't like each other. And Luka, and it, you know what? It might be true, but Luka Doncic came out and was like, "Man, motherfucker, what is y'all? Why are y'all saying that we don't like each other, and y'all don't even know the basis of our relationship?" Luka came out and said it didn't work because it just didn't work. Not everything is gonna work. You can't force a key to fit every lock. That's why you have a locksmith, you know what I'm saying, to make a key to fit a certain lock or door or whatever you want to call it. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's locksmith for that. They're gonna carve out the key, you know what I'm saying? Carve out its shape, its form, and the teeth on the key, the metal, the framework. You know what I'm saying? And that key is going to be made for a specific door. Guess what? Kristaps Porzingis, it didn't work in a lot of different places. You know what I'm saying? Primarily because of health. He never could stay healthy. But I thought if Jalen Brunson and Kristaps Porzingis would have stayed in New York, I mean, not New York, excuse me, in Dallas, man, we wouldn't even sit here. Man, Dallas would already probably be on their third chip by now. I'm just saying. Or a second. They'd be on their second chip. Think about that. Luka, Brunson, Kristaps. Look what Brunson did with the Knicks. Look what Kristaps did when healthy with Boston. Big asterisk, though, when healthy. But he is set to come back and play game 1 tonight. Kristaps Porzingis will be back after missing a lot of time with the calf strain. And it looked like Boston didn't really need him, because Boston is really that good, but they play a lot of inexperienced teams and unhealthy teams, if you want to call it that. So if y'all want to hang that over Boston's head, that's what it is. But you have to play who's in front of you. You don't get to make your schedule. You don't get to do all of this and do all of that. You play who the hell they put on your schedule. So that's just what it is. So shifting back, since we already talking about the media, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let me mention this before I get into my finals preview and predictions. Stephen A. Bitch, Shanae Sharp. Come on, man. Y'all make black people look very, very effeminate. Y'all make black people look very, very soft, very sad. You know what I'm saying? You guys are very misleading. Because you get up there and you talk all of this stuff, but you really don't know what you're talking about. All you're doing is just being loud, obnoxious, you know what I'm saying? And just spewing narratives. You're just creating narratives. Let's just call it what it is. And I'm glad, and salute to that sister, Monica McNutt, checked Stephen A. the other day, last week. Because Stephen A. talking all this shit, and then Shanae, you make it. And did you see Shanae, how she came in with that lip gloss on? Shanae came in and was like, you're making Stephen A.'s point. You're making Stephen A's point. Like, bro, he a grown-ass man, nigga. You don't need another grown man to come behind another grown man and take up for him when talking to a female. Like, if that ain't the most whole shit that I done ever seen. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? Monica McNutt checked him, and she rightfully stood on her square and said, guess what? Stephen A., with your type of platform, you could have been doing this. Why you ain't been covering WNBA? All of a sudden, you so invested in the WNBA. Hypocrite. Come on, man. You can smell them a mile away. Fair use, YouTube. You know they don't like. You know YouTube hates me, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Whether the videos send out notifications to all my subscribers and all my real people or not, I'm gonna keep it 100. And YouTube, you know you are the biggest hypocrites behind the scenes, because you can show a million videos of people prostituting, drugs, sex, to all ages of people. But as soon as I get on here and start talking real shit, then you want to shadow, you want to kind of like block and hate. That's fine. You can't hold a real one down. I bet you that. Yeah. But anyway, Stephen A. Smith, you need to check yourself, bro. You and Shannon, you and Sinead Sharp, man, y'all got some real ego and self-reflecting to do. And you can throw Draymond dumbass in there too. Draymond Green is starting to irk my last damn nerves, and it's a reason why the Warriors not winning. Draymond Green is the common denominator why the Warriors aren't winning anymore. They won in 2022 only because that was already in the plan for the Warriors to win. But Draymond Green comes out and says some of the dumbest shit that I've never heard people say. Like, it just doesn't even make sense sometimes. I'm like, bro, I know you understand the game, but nigga, what are you talking about, bro? Anyway, that's neither near here nor there. So we moving on from that shit. Okay? Those are the elephants in the room. I needed to address that. You feel me? Let's get to these finals. It's June 6th, Thursday. Boston Celtics host the Dallas Mavericks. Like I mentioned earlier, a lot of different storylines. Luka Magic, Kyrie Irving. You got Uncle Drew. You got Jason Tatum and Jay Brown, period. Those are the main attractions of these finals. That's the star power. And if you want to add Kristaps in there, and Drew Holiday, Al Horford's been an all-star. I cannot see Boston losing this finals. But stranger things happen, and we know that. So, I expect Dallas to be well prepared to play a game tonight. Luka has had a lot of rest, him and Kyrie. So whatever injuries were nagging them to, they get to rest up. And we know Derek Lively and, a couple of other those players, Maxi Kleber, was dealing with, injuries as well. So, whatever injuries that they were dealing with, They had a whole week, you know what I'm saying, to prepare their bodies, prepare their minds, and focus on game planning for the Celtics. Now, I expect the Celtics to come out and just play basketball. Everything that the Celtics do on the hoop court is just all based off of reads. Read and react. So it's just really the flow of the game. It's just read and react. That's it. So everything that they like to do is all a read and react. So the Celtics are going to run action through Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Primarily, one of those two will be the ball handler. But Derek White and Drew Holiday initiates a lot of the offense. You know what I'm saying? They like to run that mid-post, high-low action sometimes, depending on if Kristaps Porzingis is in the game. And then they'll run a pick and roll. They'll try to get downhill to get that wing to come up out of rotation and help or stunt and show so they can quickly get off of the ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then they're looking to get that corner three either from Al Horford, Derek White, or they're looking to get something at the rim. You know what I'm saying? Because they have the size and athleticism where they can go score. I think that Al Horford is real important in this series because Al Horford's ability to knock down three-pointers and Al Horford's ability to stretch the floor is not going to clog the paint up like like one Rudy Gobert in the last series. And what happened when you had a stretch big with Dallas? You see what I'm saying? When you had a stretch big with Dallas, or a really good low post big, that's what gave Dallas problems. And guess what? Al Horford can do both. Al Horford can post up if he wanted to, not at the efficient rate that he did when he was with the Atlanta Hawks. But now later on in his career, he learned how to just be a 3 and D guy, a 3 and D big. So Al Horford is really going to be the key to the success of Boston Celtics this series. And I might live stream the game tonight. If you want to get in front of me, you got it. These cars is crazy. They'll speed up and get mad at you just to get one car length ahead of you. Where are you going, bro? Don't even make no sense. Drew Holiday can post up at his position. Drew Holiday is a really good defender. See, the thing about it, they don't really break down the Celtics. Everybody who talks about the Celtics always talks about them in a bias type, you know what I'm saying? From a bias type perspective. Because they don't really like the Celtics for whatever reason. I understand. I didn't like the Celtics either growing up because I was a diehard Laker fan. So I hated to despise the Celtics, just like a lot of other people. But I like Jason Tatum, I like Jaylen Brown, I like Drew Holiday. So, you know what I'm saying? I follow the Celtics. Not that I don't follow them, I follow basketball, but I think the Celtics pose a lot of different matchup problems. And I know Derrick Jones Jr. and PJ Washington and, Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively are some really good defenders. But this is a series where Kyrie and Luka is going to be outmatched because Jaylen Brown is not Jaden McDaniels. Jason Tatum is not Ant-Man. Jason Tatum's ability to get to certain spots on the floor with his handle and his length and his quickness is gonna be huge in the series. Because Jason Tatum has the ability to create separation and create space like no other players in the NBA. Because his handle is so tight, so fluid at his size, Jason Tatum is able to do a lot of different things with that basketball. And then you got to take into account he's 6'9". So once he goes up for his shot, any smaller defender is going to have problems contesting the shot at the peak because he is so long and tall, you know what I'm saying? That you're not going to be able to really affect his shot like that. The one thing that Jason Tatum doesn't like, I would say, is physicality. Sometimes he shies away from being physical, like when you want to bang with him and stuff like that, he kind of gets discouraged, and he'll either come up off the ball, he'll throw a turnover or commit a turnover. So those are things to pay attention to, is Jason Tatum's ball security. That's going to be huge because we know what happened in 2022 when they faced the Warriors. His ball security, him and Jaylen Brown, was in question the whole series. But I thought Jaylen Brown had a better series out of the two. He was more consistent, more efficient from the field. So it's a reason why Jaylen Brown is the highest paid player in NBA history. Jaylen Brown is really, 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 really good. I don't think people give Jaylen Brown enough credit for the things that he's able to do out there on the basketball floor. I just don't. So Jaden Tatum is probably going to have Derrick Jones Jr. matched up on him. And in my opinion, Derrick Jones Jr. has the length to guard Jason Tatum, but he doesn't have, like, the size. You feel what I'm saying? He has a smaller frame. And I think that Jason Tatum will be able to kind of put his shoulder into his chest and nudge him just enough to create a little bit of separation to get to his shot. And I expect Jason Tatum to post up a lot more in this series. Because I feel like Jason Tatum has the advantage down low because of what I just mentioned, size. See, when you're a smart basketball player, you know exactly how to go about your business. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that, this time around will be different for the Boston Celtics. So we're going to see how, adjustments are made if the players can figure it out, because we know Joe Mazzulla, he just going with the flow of how this shit go. He just gonna go with the flow of how it works. But shifting over there to the Dallas side, Dallas runs a lot of high pick and roll with Luka and Kyrie. And if you're in no man's land or you're sagging off into the paint and leaving those corner shooters wide open, they will swing that ball real quick. And another thing Dallas likes to do, they like to get into that paint because now they can get those floaters off. And we know that Kyrie is one of the best with the left hand, right hand, you know what I'm saying, finishing around the basket. His layup package is crazy. And Luka is really efficient with close shots within like 7 to 15 feet from the rim. You know what I'm saying? So Luka's going to look to get into his dribble, get the high pick and roll, get the defender on his hip, and then just carry the defender down to a certain spot. So what's going to be key for the defense for Boston is, once you get that man on your hip, they're going to have to do a really, really good job of hard hedging or showing the trap. And then everybody is going to have to be extra tight on their rotations. Everything, their rotations is going to have to be done with precision. They're going to need to do it with a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? Intentionality. They're going to have to make sure when they rotate, because you want to get the ball out of Luka's hands. Him and Kyrie, you don't want them to beat you. So, with that being said, I think Jaylen Brown is big enough, strong enough to guard a Kyrie or Luka, in my opinion. And I think that Jason Tatum the same. Feel me? So we're going to see how that looks and what that looks like. But look for Kyrie to get his mid-post game off like he did in the last two series. But Dallas struggles with a big that can stretch the floor. They struggle with OKC. You know what I'm saying? And at times they struggle with Karl-Anthony Towns in those last 3 games. But Karl-Anthony Towns played uncharacteristically bad. And it's not even close. So Derek Lively and PJ Washington, they're going to have to be ready to catch and knock down those wide open threes if they get any this series. Their ability to make shots will prove huge, because Kyrie and Luka can't win it on its own. They're going to need 10 from Derrick Jones Jr. They're going to need about 14 and 15 from PJ Washington. Kyrie and Luka at 30. So, you got to pay attention to that. And then Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively, they're going to need to pitch in about 8 to 10 apiece. And then their defense is going to have to be even better in this series, because you can't leave players on Boston wide open. I understand you live by the 3, you die by the 3, but the Boston Celtics have lived literally by 3. Let's just call that what it is. The Boston Celtics have lived by the 3 this year. So it's not that, oh, let me leave Jaylen Brown wide open. Oh, let me leave Drew Holiday wide open. Oh, let me leave Peyton Pritchard wide open. Let me leave Al Horford wide open to see if they can beat us. No player in any sport should leave another player open if you're the opposition. I'm just not doing it. So I'm going to force Luka and Kyrie. I'm going to force them not only to play defense, but I'm going to force them to take a high volume of shot under duress. See what I'm saying? If you can do that, they'll tire themselves out, and that'll give you a better advantage to get to certain places on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see how that plays out. But we know Luka with that wide frame and the way he controls the pace, he's going to try to get to any spot on the floor. So Boston's defense and their attention to detail and their effort is going to have to be there from the jump. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. I don't think you can rely on Derrick Jones Jr. and PJ Washington to create their own offense. So the minutes that Luka is not on the floor because J. Kidd needs to rest him are going to be real pivotal if Dallas Mavericks want to have any success in hopes of winning this series. Even though a lot of people picked them to win. So we're going to see. We're going to see. I just want to see how Luka handles the pressure. Because these are the NBA Finals. Luka Doncic, you have no time to cry to the referees. See, Luka going to have to guard this series. You can't just put him on Al Horford or all these players because everybody on Boston can score. Everybody on Boston can score. So, one key component for Boston is playing faster. Getting that ball off the board, off the rebound, or even after a made basket, pushing that ball up the court early. See if you can get some early offense going that will take Luka out of the game and draw him a couple quick fouls to where now he got to sit down because he got a couple quick fouls and a technical. See, that's the game plan. That's what you want to do if you're a Boston Celtics. Attack, attack, attack. Luka, attack Kyrie. Yep. But if Derrick Jones Jr. and PJ Washington can control that glass, that's going to be huge for their defense. Not giving up second and third opportunities to the Boston Celtics. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they will kill you. They'll make you pay. You know, they'll kick out for them threes. Derek White hit one. Drew Holiday hit a couple. Al Horford hit a couple. Jaylen Brown hit some. And then Jason Tatum hit some. So we'll see how this plays out. Salute to all my people. But I got Boston in a gentleman's sweep or 6 games just for the ratings. So, salute to all my people, man. I appreciate you. If you know what I'm saying, new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. We gonna keep it rocking. You know what it is. So, love, live life, smile, cry, laugh, man. E-Leezy, we checking out. I'll see y'all later on.